Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I have the Enchanted for Hoxa for you today, and your card of focus is the Nine of Air. Sorry about that, I had to plug back in. Anyway, so the card of focus here is the Nine of Air, which I said is the Nine of Swords. You know, it's those racing brain, night brain, racing thoughts, whatever, when we're trying to sleep, right? So in the land of Hoxa, this poor fairy is having a problem, right? And it all started one night with one of these hornets. Okay, these are considered hornets on this thing, on this card. So it kind of buzzed around and it threatened to sting this poor fairy, right? And that kept the fairy on edge. It kept the fairy awake all night, you know, one ear open, listening for the buzzing, you know, probably sitting upright, going, oh my gosh, here it comes, it's gonna sting me. So yeah, I mean, that can be traumatic, right? But then the next night, there were two hornets, and then the next night there were three hornets, right? And this poor fairy is going through it's these racing thoughts of, you know, what did I do to bring these in? Why are all of these hornets coming all of a sudden, right? Why are they tormenting me so ruthlessly? Okay. And so at night when it's time to sleep, this anticipation of the arrival of these hornets keeps him on guard, keeps this poor fairy keeps him from resting, basically. The stronger the fear and anxiety, the faster these hornets come in. Crazy. So this worrying itself is actually making that fear and anxiety worse. Worse and worse and worse every night. So what this poor exhausted fairy doesn't realize is that each hornet just wants to be acknowledged. Okay. To rid themselves of these pests, all they have to do is address each one by name, right? Each one is a little problem that's probably happening in the waking day. So when this card comes up, it brings this tornado of fear and anxiety. It's the energy that's going to keep you awake at night. It's the energy that's going to keep you focused on all the things that went wrong, right? It's cloudy. It's a night brain. And it doesn't provide any clear solutions for how to deal with these problems that are keeping you up at night, right? And you might find yourself up in the middle of the night just asking yourself, you know, did you do everything right? Did you take care of pressing issues? And come daytime, however, all of the worry and stress just becomes a memory of a rotten night's sleep with no action taken to resolve the issue. That's what that Nine of Air is all about, right? Yeah. And then what happens? Then we go back to bed, right? And the same thing happens over and over again because we haven't resolved anything. You know, maybe there's guilt or blame happening, you know, which is just making this tornado of negative thoughts more potent and keeping us up more and more at night. So this card, when it appears, consider if you're creating undue anxiety by not addressing the source of the problem, right? Are you overthinking a situation and creating unnecessary stress, creating more unnecessary stress? Are you fretting over something so much that you're attracting that issue you wish to avoid? This is what keeps us up at night. It's unresolved situations, thinking about, you know, conversations. Did we say the right thing? I mean, there's so many things that keep us up at night, and I know we all experience this. What this card is asking you to do is get to the source. Okay, find the source, find a solution, and then let it go. It's kind of, yeah. Whew, whew. Can you feel that? That's a lot of energy swirling around. Okay, and that's kind of what our brain does when we when there's something that's not resolved, especially something we feel like was wrong. Okay, so I have the Witch of the Forest Tarot Magic, and we're going to use this to dig into this message today. So I want to thank you so much for being here, you guys. I really, really appreciate you, and I hope that you are doing well. I am happy to be with you on your journey and honored to be able to bring you these messages. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. Right? We don't need more drama in our lives. We don't need to be carrying other people's stories. Sounds like you have enough of your own with this Nine of Air. All right, I am totally saying that this already resonates for me. So this is also my reading today, I think. All right, coming, well, right out of the gate, this is all about your sturdy foundation, unshakable foundation in the material world, right? This is in the nature of, so maybe this is what you're trying to get to. Maybe you've been struggling with finances. Maybe you've been struggling to get something stable under your feet, right? To get your feet back under you. Now, the King of Pentacles has. So this is probably where you're heading at this point. You know, maybe there's some needless worrying happening here. All right. In your energy, I'm so sorry, is the Tower. Yeah, your world is changing, my friend. This is a course correction. This is just basically saying that the foundation that you are living on right now it doesn't align with who you are anymore. Okay, this is the Tower. When the Tower happens, this energy comes in, it blows up your tower, and you rebuild. But the good news is you rebuild in alignment with who you are now. Okay. So this showing up in your energy along with these unresolved, you know, oftentimes the Tower comes in when we've not done what we're supposed to do. So maybe there's something that you've been hanging on to that's causing these sleepless nights that's needed to be addressed and you haven't done it. Boom, Tower's going to make that happen for you. All right. But it's okay. It's a good thing. It's for your best and highest good. Keep in mind, whatever it is you're working on to sustain yourself in the material world, keep working. This is the Eight of Pentacles. There's some sort of mastery that's happening here for you. And it is in direct correlation with that King of Pentacles. Do not stop. Okay? Do not stop. Even though you've got this crazy energy happening, right? You're being forced to address something that you've kind of been avoiding. And whatever it is what is causing the sleepless nights. It's causing these hornets to come buzzing around your head, right? So this is kind of twofold. It probably does have to do with finances to a certain extent here, because that's just kind of what's showing up in this reading. All right, let's keep going with this energy. It's buzzy. It is buzzy. I don't know if you can feel that, but it's buzzy. Yeah, okay. Wow, my ear just started ringing really loud. The Death card. Yeah, this is an ending. Hang on. It was really loud. My ears ring anyway. All right. There it goes. Okay, so yeah, that was confirmation for probably me and someone, probably for you. Death and rebirth. So it is an ending of something, okay? But it is a new beginning as well, right? Death and rebirth. So there's something you're meant to leave behind, and obviously it's happening with that Tower card in your energy, right? This is a card of transformation. There's something in whatever this unresolved thing is that it's time to let go of, okay? Maybe you're keeping yourself, as the Nine of Air says, keeping yourself sort of trapped in that energy by not handling it, by not coming up with a solution, right? That solution is like a pressure valve for you to release some pressure. Now, under that Tower comes, yeah, this is definitely finance based for you. So we have the Nine of Pentacles coming up. Okay, this is you achieving a certain This is you getting your feet back under you, right? Maybe you've gone through some struggles. Okay, you're coming back to life here, right? This is a time to sort of breathe a little bit, knowing that you are safer and more secure with this material world foundation below your feet, right? This is you planting, maybe planting roots somewhere even. Okay, nurturing. This is why this tower is happening. You're being realigned to something in the material world. Something, it's good though. It's really good. I mean, people think about the tower as something scary and bad happening, but it's not always scary and bad, you know? It's meant to realign you to your guiding light, to your North Star. It's meant to realign you with the life that you're meant to have, right? We have the King of Cups coming out. Now, this is very compassionate, kind, warm-hearted energy. It's nurturing. It's, so much compassion. I think I said compassion already. But yeah. Something is ending. Maybe, getting out of your head and dropping into your heart might be important here. Which is interesting because when I think of the Nine of Air and how that sort of night brain works, it does create this physiological emotion, in the body, right? But it is in our minds. It is the Nine of Swords. It is in our minds. We are creating the problem in our minds. We're not creating a solution when we're stuck in that Nine of Air. And hallelujah, thank you so much. Under that death card, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning with clarity. Yeah, you're meant to find a creative solution to this, let it go. That's your death. That's going to change your world. It's something maybe you've been hanging on to for a long time. You haven't addressed. You don't have a choice. It's time. But it's bringing in the Ace of Swords, which is a new beginning with clarity, truth and clarity. The thing with the Nine of Air, the Nine of Swords, is it can really kind of be a cloudy energy. It clouds our mind. It clouds our vision. That's why I like seeing this ace come out. This Ace of Swords for you. Yeah. Yeah, this tower is gonna make you deal with whatever this is. And it may not be hard at all. And you might find the solution and handle it and be like, oh, well, that was easier than I thought, right? Clarity comes. Clarity comes. Oh, clarity comes, and then guess what? So does rest. You will be able to rest. This is the Four of Swords. It is a card of rest and recovery. It's feeling safe enough and feeling protected enough to rest and recover. Yeah, you're gonna be able to sleep. You just gotta do the deed. Well, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to. Tower's gonna make you do it. I laugh because I swear I have a tower every day. I don't know. Oh my goodness. This just flew out of the deck. The Nine of Swords. We have a double tap. Nine of Air, Nine of Swords. Same card, right? So it's really, really, really important for you to address the situation. It's going to come up. And the next time it comes up, find a solution. This is what's going to allow you to move out of that energy and to rebuild that foundation and to have the clarity, right? And to be able to move towards your goals in the material world that you have, right? We have the High Priestess coming out. So yeah, you're going to have to dip into the shadows a little bit for this one. And that's okay because the High Priestess is totally comfortable in the shadows. Totally comfortable working with the mystical, magical to solve problems, right? This is where your solution's going to come from. Digging into the shadows, maybe thinking outside of the box a little bit. Stepping into your, whatever your personal spirituality is, right? It's going to help you get out of whatever this is. Right? And when that happens, here comes the Knight of Wands. Things are going to move quickly. right? The night will fan the flames on whatever all of these pentacles are talking about here, something that you've been working on, something that you're meant to keep working on. It's going to fan the flames of that, right? To help bring that into fruition a little bit quicker, because pentacles are pretty slow moving. So we have two things here. We have this movement towards your foundation in the material world. That is how we live in it. It costs money to live in this world. That's what that is about. It is an abundance of whatever you need to live in the material world. Okay. This tower, whatever this unresolved thing is, has been blocking this from coming in. This tower is coming in to force you to address whatever this is, so that this can move forward, right? Because it is meant for you. It's meant for you. But you've been kind of blocking this abundance. Here's the Empress. This is the cornucopia of abundance. I think you've been blocking it by this sort of spinning wheels and not finding a solution to the problem, or to the situation, or to whatever it is that keeps you awake at night. And that's all you have to do. What is it that's keeping you awake at night? What is it that is making your mind spin, right? That's what you need to address. Remember, this card says name it. Address it, name it, resolve it. It's going to move you through, this energy here. And then all of this block there, I feel like there's a block. There's a block to your material world gain. And once you address this, it's going to change things. Okay. Yeah, it is. Here's the Queen. You have the King and the Queen. This is a power couple. This is intense energy, directly related to your material world foundation. Very strategic, very intentional, and a lot of it, right? Now, this can also indicate that maybe there is someone who's going to help you with this. Maybe you're working with a business partner. This could be job related, all of those things. Okay. We have the Strength card coming in. So yeah, this is your inner strength. This is your inner wellspring of strength. So you got this, right? This is being able to control those lower vibrational emotions that we can kind of sink into when we get into that fear and anxiety around those unresolved situations that come up for us in the middle of the night. Okay, so you have that. You're meant to step into that. Okay, acknowledge them. Try to figure out some creative ways to move past that energy. Okay. Yeah, this is really, really a good, this is a great reading. Okay. And yeah, you are definitely stepping out onto a new path once you get through this. Okay. You have the Ace of Swords for clarity. Your path is so illuminated forward once you can, find the solution to whatever this is and let it go. Then all of this other material world abundance is going to come in, and there you are on your new journey. Okay. Fresh, ready for some fun, ready for some adventure. Okay. So this is your message for today. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit that thumbs up button if any of this resonated for you. Subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And share with your bestie if this reminds you of someone, okay? And I will see you soon.